Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Bunny here. I'm going to show you how to design this in this video. Without further delay, let's step into Photoshop. Let's do this. Ctrl N. Now I am going to use the dimension 2000 pixels by 2500. So the width is going to be 2000. The height is going to be 2500 pixels here, and I'm going to name the resolution 300 or maximum resolution. I'm going to call it B-Day Flyer because that is what it is. And let's click on create. Let's also go to view, and then let's give it the guards. Let's give it six across. Let's click on OK, and we are done. Our project is set up. We need to start with the background also, and with the background I'm going to pick this. I'll drag it into Photoshop. It's very colorful. I love that. I'm going to stretch it out. Reason is we're not going to really use the details of the background, so I must as well just use it for my own, use it to my own advantage. I'm going to filter. I'll go to blur, and then I'll go to Gaussian blur. I'm going to set it to 38. Alright, so you can see the details are all off. We just need the orange color. We don't need the texture. And then I'll go and also bring my silk texture. This is the texture I want to be using, and you see in a bit why I'm using the silk texture. I want the texture right on it to have the effect of a cloth, you know. So I'll click on OK, and then I'll go to the blending modes. I'm going to set it to overlay. I want to use it, but it's not too pronounced, it's not too deep, and so I'm going to duplicate it 1, and I'll duplicate it again 2. OK, and alright guys, so you can see how I got it. I set it to overlay 100%. The second one multiply 43%, and then this to soft light I set it to 33%. And you can try the same thing. I'm also going to that, and I'll bring in my levels, and then let's boost this. Okay, and then let's boost this one. Okay, and then let's drag this one. Okay, so something like this, we can make use of something like this. Yeah, we can stick to this. I feel like it's too much, but we can still stick to this. Now we want to bring some text in there. I'm going to type here, and I'll type 29. Alright, and then I'll go to my character. I'm going to set it to impact. And reason is that I want a very bold and strong text to be very visible in the background. I'm going to click on the color, and I'm going to give it 4E0202. I'll click on OK. Also, let's stretch it out. Increase the font size, and then drag it somewhere there, and then drag it there like that. I think I'll settle for this, and I'll drag it in here. Let's delete it. Let's click on our move tool. I'll drag it in there like that. Okay, maybe perhaps drag it up and even increase it the more. Alright, and then let's set the blending mode to linear dodge. Multiply, soft light. We'll stick to soft light. Perhaps let's try one more thing. Let's see whether we can use that one. Overlay. Okay, I'm going to use overlay. So you can see how it goes through there like that. I like it. I'll duplicate it again, and then I'll drag it somewhere there. Awesome. Okay, now you also want to make it italics. All the text, you want to make them italics. And then let's click on our text tool. Let's type somewhere here, and then let's go and pick the rest of the details. But that's birthday. I'm going to paste it there. I don't want it to be caps, and I'm also going to use a different font that perhaps I've been used in this place before. I'm going to use the signature. I'll leave it in the description, guys. Control T, and then let's increase the font size. Drag it somewhere here, and then drag it here. Okay, so I'm going to click on the color, and I'm going to choose this color FFFA7E. I'll click on OK, and I'm going to drag it up. I'll right click it and convert it to smart object, and then I'll go to my filter, and I'll go to blur, and I'll go to Gaussian blur, and then I'm going to set the blurry to, let's say 2 is good. Alright, and then let's go and then let's set it to overlay as well. Alright, so you can feel it in the background, and that is what we want. Let's drag this here. Okay, so you can see the background is gradually becoming richer and richer. That is great. That is like great. And so that is it. Let's close all those stuff. Now we got to put it in a group, and then let's call it BG. I feel like we're done with our background. We can still come back to it. Now let's bring our images, and then let's see what we can do with it. What should I start with? I'll start with this one. I'll drag it all the way in there, and then let's zoom out. Let's make it bigger. Alright, so let's make it very, very big. Very big. Okay. And then you also want the nose to be in the middle of the entire thing. So something like that. Okay, so let's drag her up a bit more. Now guys, what you can do now is to work on the face. Use a little bit of frequency separation and then work on the face. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but you can just work on the face. Okay, so once you're done working on the face, it's going to look much more interesting and beautiful. Alright, let's touch the face a little bit. Okay, now let's just say we are done touching the face. I'll leave it this way. I'm going to put it in the group, then I'll call it images, and I'm going to drag more images in there, but let me create a new layer, and then click on my brush. Make sure the caps lock is off, increase it, and pick color white, and then just hit there. Now it's not too deep. The opacity needs to go all the way to 100. Let's hit there again. Interesting. Click on your move tool and move it somewhere here. Now let's go and bring this image and drag it in there. Let's zoom out. Alright, and then let's zoom in. I'm gonna push her somewhere there. Okay, let's drag it up a bit more. Perhaps let's make it a little bit more smaller. Alright, so we'd say this is in bad, right? This is in bad. Enter. So what we did is the white there now, kind of makes the image on top stand out a little bit more. That is great. Let's click on the image again. Let's duplicate it with Ctrl J, and then you want to go and then choose one of the blending modes, which is linear dodge. Alright, so linear dodge. You can see alright, so it brightens the image up. I want you to hold Alt and click on the mask. It's going to make it black. Now click on your brush. Okay, your brush, reduce the size and set the color to color white, and then go set the opacity to 50 or 40%, and then just brush the edges. Alright, you just want the edges, that's all. The edges of the hair. Alright, just the edges a little bit, that's all, nothing more. Okay, so that is it. And I feel like there are more images we need to add to it, so let's do that. But then before we do that, we need to touch the image a little bit more, and so I'm going to click on this. Okay, this is the original image. I'm going to click on it, then I'll go, and then I'm going to give it color balance, and then I'll clip it to it. Now I'm going to work only on the mid-tone, so I'm going to push this to, let's see, to 46 or 47. The rest I'll leave it like that. That is all. And so let's bring the other ones also. The other ones we're going to drag it behind it, so we have to be mindful of that. I'm going to pick, let's see, I'm going to pick this. I'll drag it into Photoshop, and then let's zoom out a bit more, reduce it, enter, and then drag it underneath that. Click on your move tool and then just move it there. If you can't move it, make sure this auto select is ticked off, that way you can be able to move it. Then let's bring it like that. Now you want to click on your brush and then mask it. So click over here, you can see we created a mask here. We clicked on it, clicked on our brush, set the color to color black, opacity all the way to 100%. We want to mask this side. Yeah, it's really unwanted. We want to mask that side off. Alright, so that is awesome. And you also want to give it color balance as well. Okay, and then we are just going to work with the mid-tones. Let's send this all the way up to around 64. You can see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give it a reddish face. Okay, that is what I'm trying to do basically. And then I'm going to drag the magenta down a bit, around -8 or -7, and then the yellows here, I'm going to drag it back to the yellow in there around -15, because we are working with yellow as well. So I'm going to clip it to it, guys. Remember, right click it and clip it, create clipping mask. You don't want it to affect anything else, just the image. Okay, you can see. Also, we need to bring in one more image. We're going to bring in, which one is that? Let's bring this one, drag it all the way again there, and then let's resize it. Okay, let's resize it, and then you're going to push it all the way there as well. Now you want to make sure that they are, you know, a little bit proportionate to the size of this one too. Enter. And then we are also going to give it, let's drag it way down. We're going to give it a mask as well, and then we are going to set it to color black, brush here, and then soft round brush, opacity 100. Click on the mask, guys, remember that one too, and then let's mask it. Let's mask it. Okay, I feel like this is better. And what else can we do to this image? Let's give it a color balance too. Color balance, and then let's clip it to it. And then as usual, I'm going to the mid-tones, I'm going to set it to 74, and then everything's 0, but you can see there are whites in the image, the hair. It doesn't look professional, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to set it all the way to you know, multiply. Then I'll come here and then I'll reduce the size of the brush. Click on your brush, reduce the size of the brush. Okay, if it's not, it's probably because of this, that's why it's behaving like that. So you want to do is click on your move tool and then come back and click on your brush to automatically be able to increase it. Now you want to set it to black and mask the hair out, mask the white portion out. Alright, so you can see once you mask the white portion out, it just goes like that. It's an easy trick that we use a lot. So we have it also done. Let's go back up and let's see, we can just close it, basically just close it. Yeah, we can basically just close it. I feel like, let me drag Ctrl R, let me drag this one down there. See, I feel like the hair is too up, and so what we are going to do is let's drag these two images, let's drag them up, and then let's increase them more. Okay, and then this is the main one. Let's click on the mask, click on your brush, set the opacity all the way to white, then let's see what we can do to it, just a little bit. And that is it. Now let's give the overall image, let's give it a curve, and then let's clip it to it. And then I'm going to move this here. Nice. Now I'm going to green. I'll drag it just a bit up. Then I'll go to red. I'll drag red way up a little bit more. Alright, and then go to RGB. Let me see. So from red, I think the green is too much. Let's come. The green needs to be in the middle of both. So I'm going to drag the green up a bit more. Alright. Let's see. I feel like this is better. And now we can bring in our emojis too. With the emojis, let's see. Let's bring this one. Let's drag it here. And then let's release it. Alright, now the emoji, let's reduce it like this. And the effect is way better if you rotate it. So that is what we are going to do. And then I'm going to drag it there. And then enter. Now let's go to filter, let's go to blur, let's go to motion blur, and then let's set the angle to 31. You can already see, because it's like that, because of the rotation, the angle needs to show as well. And then the distance, let's set the distance to 113, and then enter. Now open it and click on the mask, click on your brush. Okay, decrease it and set it to color black. Click on the mask here. You're choosing your brush and you're choosing 100%. Click on the middle there, click on the middle there. Just go a little bit more until you get it. Okay, until you get it. Okay, I feel like this is better. Now we'll duplicate it again and then click on the move tool and then drag it somewhere here. Okay, and that is it. Guys, that is it. That's with our emojis. Let's put the emojis in a group. It's very quite easy as well. So let's call it emojis. Nice. Now we need to also bring some black gradient here or brush there, just because we want to put some text there and want it to stand out. So I'll pick up my brush, I'll set it to color black, and then I'll set the opacity to 50. No, let's leave it like that. Okay, opacity 100. The caps lock off. Increase the size of the brush. You really want to do that, and then you want to click there and then send it up like that. Awesome. This is way better. I'll set it to 64. Enter, and then reduce it, and then now give it a mask. And then prioritize the areas I want. I'm going to set it to color black as well, and then click here. Okay, click there. Okay, so nice. So that is it. That is it. And I'll put it in a group. I'll call it black. Now also I want to start with my text. So I'll click on my T text tool and then type somewhere here, and then I'm going to pick happy birthday, paste it there, drag it up, close the block, drag this up, click on my move tool and then move it here. Now it's time to work on the text, the details. Now of course we are using impact. Maybe let's set the font size to 315. It's too big, right? I know, right? It's too big. Let's Ctrl T and then let's reduce it. Let's see. Maybe we can work with this. For the meantime, let's leave it like that. Let's open it and then let's see what we can do to it. I want to come to this point, and then let's see. I want to set it, if this is 71, perhaps I'll set this side to 55, and then I'll come to paragraph and set it to this side, and I think I need to increase it more. Let's make it 60. Let's see, I think 60 is better. Click on your move tool and move it here, and double click it. Now I want you to click this side, that's the in front of the B. Okay, the B, and then let's click on this one, the VA over here. Okay, is there, let's drag it like that. You can see there's a little tweak to it, just a little tweak to it, and I think I'll stop here. Click on my move tool and then move it in there a bit more. Control T and then resize it a bit more. Okay, now I'll duplicate it and then double click it and then name it 29. Let's set the font size again, delete it, 315, enter, way bigger, right? And then let's move it here. Now I'm going to set the opacity, no, not opacity, go to the fill, set the fill all the way down. I want you to double click it and then let's now go to the layer styles, click on the stroke, and then the stroke, I want you to come and click on this side. Let's give it 5. Let's see, 5 might do. Click on the color and then let's give it this color code, FF0000, reddish color. Click on OK and let's click on OK again. Oh guys, I want you to take a look at this. I want you to click on outside here, set it to normal, the opacity 100. Click on OK now and let's Control T. Let's see how we can position this. All right, so this is better. Let's drag it underneath happy birthday with happy birthday on it, and let's put it in a group. Let's call it 29 and then let's give it a mask. We'll come back to the mask but not now. And so the happy birthday, let's Control T. Let's see, now let's pull this here and then let's pull that here. So that's going to be our middle. Our focal point is now here. Click on your happy birthday, Control T, and then move it there. That's the middle for us. And then also move it down a bit more. Okay. I think this is way better. Come down a bit more. I'll click on that and then select this portion and then maybe somewhere here. All right, I'll click over here and then pick my brush, set the caps lock off, go to hard round brush, and then basically just clean there. If you can't clean, remember you set here to color black before you click it. Control D. Okay, and then Control H. So now you can see it now. Let's reduce the size of the brush and now we can start tackling it. Let's delete the whole of this side, the whole of this side, then the whole of this side, and then the whole of this side. All right, great. And let's come back to this. Maybe let's increase it more. Let's push it here like that. Perfect, guys, this is perfect. Now let's double click it and then let's go to gradient overlay. There's a lot more we are going to do through this, and so guys, just follow me. All right, now I want you to click here and I want you to double click here and I want you to give it the color B1, 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 and then click on OK. Now I want you to click somewhere here and I want you to set the location over there to 35. Good. Now double click it and then give it 828282. Click on OK and then come to the last one here, double click it and then just go for color white there and then click on that. and then okay. Now I want you to set the blending mode to normal. I want you to come to opacity, set it to 100. Come to the style, I want you to set it to radial or something, so you can see it's very small down there. What can we do to it? We need to set the angle here to -86. Okay, just change it a little bit more, and then the scale, let's set the scale up more to 47. It still cannot be seen well, so we're going to drag. You can see it's over here. Means it's somewhere there, so we got to drag it down until it is felt. I can feel it now, and so that is it. Let's drag it there. You can see that it shows just down here. We'll manage it like that. Now I want you, that's the gradient overlay. There's still more to do. Let's go to stroke, and then the stroke, I want you to set the size to 3. Great. And then I want you to set it to outside to normal, opacity 100. Come and click on the color and choose color white. Awesome. Now we are also not done. I want you to come back to inner glow, and then I want you to set this side to normal, normal. Opacity, let's set the opacity to 67, and then I want you to set the noise to 0. We are choosing color white for it. Set it to softer, and then choose edge, and then this choke, set it to 0, but then the size, I want you to set it to 10. Great. And then leave this, no, let's change it. Let's choose this. Yeah, let's choose that one. And then the range, I want you to set the range to 58, and then that is it. We are done with it. Now I want you to go back to shadow. Let's deal with shadow 2. We need to create a little white 3D effect over there. We're going to set it to normal. Let's choose the color 898989. All right, and then let's click on okay. And then the opacity, let's set the opacity to 100. All right, and then the angle here, let's set it to 70, and then let's set the side to 9. Let's set the spread to 0. Let's set the size also to 0, and let me zoom in, but you want to see it well. Okay, so that is it, but I don't want to use this particular one, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to choose this. All right, and I feel like I need to push the distance more, maybe give it 11. You see, yeah, so that is it, and then I'm going to click on okay. I think so. I need to click on okay, and that is it for now. I'm going to click on my text tool again, scroll down, and then type somewhere there. I'm going to pick the name of the shoddy. I'm going to paste it there. We are not going to use this. In fact, let's make the font size really small because you can't really see anything now. Let's set it to 47. Okay, click on your move tool and move it somewhere here. Now we are going to use a font I've used for quite some time now. I'm going to use Holy Mount. I also don't want it to be in caps, so I'm going to turn it off. Click on my move tool, move it up a bit more. I bring my Ctrl H, Ctrl T. Remember, we are keeping it in the middle of that line. That is our or we can break the rules. We can always break the rules, right? I want it to be, guys, so that is it. Let's click here. Let's give it our yellowish color. I'm going to choose F9 D900. I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to double click on it. Then I'm going to drop shadow, set it to normal, and then I'm going to click on the color, set it to color black, real black. I'm going to set the angle to 90. Then let's do this. Let's set it to 20. Let's set the spread to 0, and then the size, let's set it to 3.8. Okay, and then let's click here. Let's set it to straight. Nice one. Click on OK. All right, now I think we made some Ctrl H. All right, let's click on happy birthday, Control T. Okay, let's move this here. Okay, so that is the center now, and then we need to drag this away. It's not serving its purpose. So Control T, let's see. So this is the middle now. So let's go to Papa B, Adjua Papa B, and then let's set it perhaps to that side. All right, now you can set it like that. It's not really a problem, or you could just drag it up more. Okay, but I'm going to leave it here. I feel like it's really aligned to the happy birthday. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. All right, so that is it for the name. I'm going to put everything in a group, and I'm going to call it message. Now we also need to bring in a few more minute details. Let's click our new layer. Let's go and pick our brush. Let's click there. Let's choose color white. Right, make sure the caps lock is off. Increase the size a bit. Go to the brush type, choose a soft round brush, and then just increase it and just click there. Right, I'll click on my move tool, and I'm going to move it to the middle here. Now you might want to reduce it to maybe 98, but it's still there. And that is it for me. And then I would like to also pick my brush, and then I'll go there, pick this brush. Okay, or I could just click on let me see, this particular one over there. Click on it. This is going to show. Now I'm going to choose a peculiar brush. All right, now if you don't have this brush, guys, remember I have it in one of my videos. I'm going to link it to it. I'm going to link it in the description so that I can easily get it. Okay, so let's see, what is this one? This is the brush. Let's create a new layer, and then let's double click it twice. 1, 2. Interesting. And then let's just make it a bit smaller. I want you to double click it as well, and then let's give it this color overlay, and go there, F9D900. Okay, click on your text tool, and then let's type in these details. I'm going to pick it. Seems that's the last detail of the day. I'm going to paste it there, and I'll click on my move tool, and I'm going to move it in there. Now I also want to use Montserrat for it. Alright, and then I'm going to set it to regular for now, but that's not what we are going to use throughout. I'm also going to set it to all caps. Alright, and then I'm going to set the font size to 15. Great, and then maybe move it in there a bit more. Alright, and then double click it, and I'm going to pick this. I'm going to make it extra bold. I'm also going to click on it, and I'm going to pick the reddish color. I'm going to pick FF0000. Okay, and then I'm going to pick December. I'm just going to choose pure black for it. Yep. And then I'm going to click on my brush, which is this one. In fact, let's convert it to a smart object first, so that it doesn't pixelate, because we want to work on it. I'm going to do it like that, and do it like that, and then maybe like that. Okay, pull it here. Okay, so that is it. Now we are done with everything. We need to give it some glow. Now the glow is really important, guys, really important, super important. I'm going to click on a new brush, and that's when you're going to start. Alright, I'm going to click on my brush. Where is it? And then I'm coming here to pick a color. I'm going to pick FFC A04. This is the color I'm going to be using throughout. That's the magic color I'm going to be using. And then I'm going there, I'm going to pick a soft round brush. Now let's reduce it. I'll click here, I see opacity and then flow at all 100. That's it. And I click on my move to. That is all, guys. Now let's go, let's set it to linear dodge. We're going to be using this throughout. Let's set it here. Okay, first one. Now duplicate it. We are going to set it there. Duplicate it. We are going to set it here. In fact, let me increase it a bit more. Duplicate it again. Set it there. Okay. You can see it's really standing out. Duplicate it again. Alright, now there, guys, yeah, you can just play around it. You can just, I'm putting it there in the hair. It makes the image, it blends the image in there like that. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate it again. I'm going to pull it there. You can imagine that just between that little hole there. I'm going to duplicate it again, increase it, and then I'm going to put it somewhere here. All right, and then I'm going to give it a mask. I just want to mask a portion of the face so it doesn't affect it. Here's color black. Okay, so a portion of the face, that's all. I'll click on it and duplicate it again, drag it on top of it, and what am I thinking of? Let me drag it somewhere here and increase it. Okay, it just blends with the whole thing like that. That is why I like to do it. I'll duplicate it again and then bring it somewhere here. I'm going to exactly, and then bring it there like that. Okay, now I'm going to click on this and duplicate it and pull it there. I'm going to make it really smaller so that the details behind will stand out too. So guys, you can see how I'm doing it. It's just playing with the colors, that's all. Nothing fancy, or nothing really fancy. So I'm going to stick with this for the meantime, and I'm going to put everything in the group. Then I'll call it glow. Now Ctrl Alt Shift and E to merge everything on one layer. I'll right click it and convert it to a smart object. Then I'll go to filter and I'll go to camera raw filter. We are going to finish off with the last round, and let's go to basics, and now let's set the tint to 16. Let's set, that's the temperature, sorry, temperature to 16. We're going to set the tint to 12. We are going to set the contrast over here to 41. Let's go, let's set the highlight to -31. Let's set the shadows here to 41. In fact, the highlights is not -3, it's -31. Let's set the blacks over here to -35. Okay, and then let's go to clarity. Let's set clarity to 40, and then let's set saturation to just a little bit too. Okay, now you can see the imperfection in the face is standing out, but guys, just mask it. Guys, I want you to use frequency separation on the onset. You will not have this issue at all. Okay, and then let's calm down. Let's see, let's close basics. Let's go to detail, and then let's set the sharpening. Set the sharpening all the way to 51. Sharpening all the way to 51, and then let's set the noise reduction to 8, and then let's set the color noise reduction sorry to 40. Okay, and then let's close that one as well, and then let's see what else can we do to this. Let's go to color mixing. I want you to click on red, and then we are setting the hue to 0, but then over here to the saturation I want you to set it to -11. Okay, now this tones down the reddish a little bit, just a little bit. And then let's go to the orange. This is the orange. You want to boost the saturation to 2, and then you want to change it to 1, and that is it. Basically that is it. Everything else is like that. Just click on create. Okay, and then guys, this is it. So guys, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and then subscribe to this channel, and then also remember, I love you all guys. So guys, if you drop 50 likes on this video, I'll drop the PSD for everybody to download. I'll see you in the next one.